All right. I didn't really want to come out here. I kind of just wanted to do my own thing on my day off. Um, but I've been wanting this to happen for a long time, and to be ashamed to not like kind of enjoy a Michigan fall, even though I'm by myself. Kind of like just like gonna do things that make me happy these holidays as much as I possibly can, considering the situation I'm in. But yeah, it would be kind of you could see some of the fall colors out here, you know what I mean? Absolutely gorgeous. This is one of my favorite things about Michigan is the falls are so cool here. So much to talk about, but I didn't even really feel like making a video. I felt like doing some creations, but because that's what I do. I like to create, man. If I get into the digital realm, I'll be creating non-stop. Like, I'll be creating amazing works of art, amazing situations, cool new things, do fresh things. Remember that? Do people remember that when people look forward to stuff coming out, whether it's an album or a movie or a TV show? Like, oh man, that actor's cool. This one is about politics. Like when I make a comment on something about politics and I interject it, well, dude, I don't want to talk about politics. I'm tired of talking about politics. In fact, when it gets out of my personal life, then I'll shut up about it. Like right now, we got like 2 weeks left until the election. And I can't talk about some things that I don't know about YouTube. Like, they have all these dumb rules. I'm a nobody, dude. Like, I don't make money off of this. Like, I just make content and some people listen. Obviously, like, I gained not your average person could have as many subs as I have. And how did I gain this? I didn't buy them. Like my Twitter, I didn't buy them. Obviously, I was starting to gain some popularity and I was shut off. And this is a continuous thing on whatever platform I am on because of the stuff I talk about. And I don't talk about violence. I never had an FBI agent show up at my house because they know I don't, man. I don't preach violence. I don't want a destruction of our society. I just want like people to wake up, and be more humble, man. Like, this society I live in is so crazy. Like, first off, being an average person, average man, it would get you far back in the day. Nowadays, I gotta do all this. I gotta jump through hoops just to get like, what am I like? Most American women now, especially the young women, like, they don't have any type of, God, it's right now behind me, of course. Anyway, so like, I don't like to be distracted with people around me. So like, there's hardly any women out here for the regular guy at all. They're all like, they're either like, I'm competing with lesbians, like Gen Z. Was it 21% are LGBT? That's a good portion of the young women, and then you're seeing a huge divide politically with people. It's kind of crazy, just walking around my neighborhood and seeing all these Republican signs, and I've seen a lot of Republican support without putting Trump out there because they're probably worried that someone's going to get violent towards them, or some leftists knocked their Trump sign down already or ripped it up because the left is violent. The left are criminals. Currently, it doesn't mean it's always going to be like this, but that's how it currently is. That's why I'm on the side I know I'm on the good side. How do I know I'm on the good side? Elon Musk is on this side. Donald Trump is on this side. Dude, I don't care if obviously the whole fast food McDonald's thing the other day with Trump, it was fake, but how could it not? How could it be real when these people are trying to kill Trump? You know what I mean? Like these people have no sense of reality, or they forget. Like they don't have any. Like they have like an extensive memory because they come out with all these facts or whatever they try to do, or they're really good with their grammar. They can memorize stuff very well. But then it's like they forget that he was like they're trying to take him out. The left is trying to take him out, and they're trying to say, "Oh, it's Republicans. These people are registered Republicans." Registered doesn't matter. I'm not registered as anything, and I voted Trump for every time he's been on the ballot. So just because what you're registered doesn't matter. I can register as a Democrat and vote Trump. You know, I can register as a Democrat and vote all Republican. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what you're registered as. It's like your support, who you're supporting, who you want to win. And there's disaffected people who did support Trump, and now they're obviously supporting the left. They're supporting war. They're supporting censorship. And listen, man. It's ridiculous. Like, I'm tired of politics. Obviously, politics are a part of my dating life is like completely destroyed because of politics. Oh, because of who I support. Most women seem to be leftists. You know what's funny too is like back in the day, the guys were the progressives, obviously, to change things first, because you couldn't have things change unless the men changed things. So like you would have these male progressives, and then you'd have all these male progressives like changing things like for more of a progressive society, and then you would have the women be more conservative way back in the day because that's what they were used to. They didn't care about voting or any of that shit. Most women didn't care. They just wanted to be a mom and a wife, and that's it. That's all they cared about. That's a prestigious thing. That's an honorable thing. We need good mothers, fathers, all that. We need all that in society. And to have people ripped away from their families because we have to like both work to put food on the table is absolutely ridiculous. And then like people have the audacity to be like, why aren't you guys having kids, man? Well, I mean, because like if I have kids, maybe I want to spend some time with my kids. How about that? Maybe if I have kids, I want to spend some time with my partner. I don't want to be at a job. She doesn't want to be at the job. Why do we both have to work? This is not a family-friendly place. And the fact that these people like Tim Pool and Elon Musk, who I support, keep pushing people to have kids when they are rich themselves. And in Tim Pool's position, he doesn't even have kids. I hear all these people talking about people having kids on that show, and one of them's like on two of them are on the PBD podcast. Like they're telling people to have kids and they don't even have kids, and these people are rich. These guys are in the mid-40s. They're losers, dude. If you're in your mid-40s and you don't have kids, you're a fucking loser, man. That's all there is to it. Oh, I'm a ladies' man. I'm out here enjoying myself. Like if you're a man, a masculine man, like you say, and you have no kids in your mid-40s, are you serious? You have all that access to women, and you have not had a kid yet. You know, I understand. Like what's out here. I get it. But if you're my age, it wasn't always like this. It was not always like this. It was way easier to approach women. It was easy. Women were way more friendly. They were way more accepting. They were way more submissive. So like, there's no excuse. They were losers when they were younger. And you know, they're doing good now. Whatever. But guess what? They're childless. They don't have a good woman. They don't have that. And that's hard to find. Finding a good woman is really hard to find nowadays. But what I'm saying is like, yeah, I get like the youth and millennials and stuff like that. Yeah, that's why they don't have kids. But like, when you're somebody my age, I'm looking at you suspiciously. And you're like a prominent figure. Like, who are you to give advice? Like, seriously, I'm tired of these like prominent figures who are so out of touch with reality. Like, they think it's like 5 years ago because like the struggle is the same when the struggle is not the same at all. And it's fine, like, you forget where you come from. I get it, but you don't live in reality. And the reality of the situation is we've had a lot of shitty men who have not taken care of women in the past, and that's why these stupid fucked up laws are in place. All these red pill guys complain about, oh, the divorce laws. Yes, you're correct, man. It's very unfair. It should be 50-50, not like some of these like guys have to pay thousands of dollars a month just because of their status. But I mean, you gotta, hey, listen, man, if I'm a famous person, I want to make sure I got security on my kids. If the woman doesn't want to be with me, I want to make sure that they're all safe. I mean, that's just me. But you know, when the kids are old enough, the mom, she can do whatever. I don't know. I want to make sure they're all safe. I got the means, man. What's the problem? I don't care. I don't care about these rich people with their rich problems and they lose like half of their asses, like Bill Gates. You think I give a damn? Like, seriously, stupid, man. I don't care. I'm never gonna relate to you. I'm always gonna be poor. I'm always gonna be a nobody. So like, these people are so out of touch. Tim Pool. I like Tim Pool a lot. I listen to his show all the time because I agree with a lot of stuff he says. But it's kind of funny how in the most I'm seeing failures out of these popular podcasters. I don't even feel like listening to Styx anymore, man. Like right now anyway. I like Styx. I like Styx Likes and Hammer. He's one of my favorite podcasters. But I really just don't feel like listening to him. He's been having problems in his personal life. And I look at Tim Pool's show, cutting down a very popular show. He's just gonna like end it. He's talking about ending it like that's the last show last night. And then he brings out one of the workers there who I've never seen before. And you can tell that Tim is he's on the hot seat. That guy's on the hot seat. And he's talking about firing people. Because that guy is like, this is what my expertise is, and I'm not gonna even try to take initiative to get things done. And like Tim even like pulled out like on the show, he's like, oh, it took 4 months to get this TV put up or whatever. Like this guy's supposed, and the guy just like, I'm just sitting back waiting. You know what I mean? It's like that's what happens when like it's not my job. And it's kind of like Tim has this mindset that's like, you know, with him, he works his butt off, right? And he expects people just to do that. And not everyone is motivated like he is. Not everyone is motivated to achieve excellence to the level that he has. I mean, he's kind of fortunate. He's been put in good positions and like conquered those positions immensely, obviously. But like, he definitely needs to get somebody to manage all what he's got going. For him to be like, dude, the business side is just not something you want to think about when you're an artist, man. You want to delegate those tasks to other people because it messes up your creative vibe. And I think that's what he's got a problem with. Obviously, he's a creative person. I mean, he makes music, he skateboards. Skateboards, you can say it's an art. It's you know, like sports, it's an art form. Like, these are different art forms. These are different things that we have created with our culture that a lot of people love. So you can see that management is horrible. So the current company I work at, I want to make sure that this is said, is amazing, and I'm not talking about this company at all. But I've worked at a lot of different companies in the last 6 years, and I've seen So like, this is, I want to make sure that you people, if you're watching this, that you understand I'm not talking about the current company I'm working at. I'm talking about the companies I worked at prior to. I have to make that disclaimer. Sorry, but you know, when you talk about stuff like this, and then like people might take things the wrong way and assume some things. No, I'm not talking about where I currently work. Where I currently work is cool as hell, man. It's awesome environment. So that's why I work there. But I've seen a lot of managers, a lot of management, bad management, whether it's managing people. What it is a disconnect from their employees. A lot of these office jobs could just pretty much be outsourced or automated, and you can save a lot of money. However, these companies have this like old school mindset that we have to have all these office people and pay them a lot of money to do nothing in a toxic environment. I'm sure X, when Elon took over Twitter, he eliminated a lot of tension, a lot of hostility, a lot of toxicity, and yeah, but like, yeah, I've seen a lot of bad management in my day, and the funny thing is like, I've been leads in different situations, and I can definitely be a supervisor, a lead, a manager, no problem. Are you kidding me? But the problem is like, I like to get out of the office. I don't like to just sit in the office. In the office, people, I really just, it's hard to like respect office people. I'm not saying I don't, but it's like, I'm doing the work out here, man. Here's a good view of the tree lines. You can see all the colors. Anyway, like, if I was put in some type of management position, I think at first I would struggle, obviously. Like, and when I was a supervisor or a lead, like I was a supervisor at a what was it, Wendy's. I was there for a couple of months and they made me a supervisor. I didn't even want it. I didn't even want it. But they like, oh, you get an extra $1. I'm like, sweet, I can quit my second job, and then I don't have to worry about going to Arby's across the street no more. I could just work one job. I did pretty well, man. I did pretty well. I had disagreements with the main manager at the time, and I don't remember what it was about, but I felt like something was unfair about it. I didn't like this environment. Pretty toxic, and then I just ended up quitting that job. So you quit bosses, you don't quit the jobs. And that's why I think that people don't understand. A lot of these bosses think just because they have some type of authority that they're like better than you, like they're royalty, when they ain't nothing. Dude, you might make like 20 grand more than me a year, dude. You ain't shit, man. Like, so what? Good for you. You're a little bitch. You gotta do whatever they tell you to do. You gotta take the fall. You gotta go underneath the desk. You gotta kiss ass. And this is something that I've never really been good at. I've never really, I mean, I can. Dude, I'm a master. I'm a master manipulator, man. I wish I could say that I use that to make me successful, but the reason why I haven't used my master manipulation, trust me, there's a lot of feminine traits about me, because I'm trying to be a good person, man. I'm trying to do things the right way, you know what I mean? So it's just like, I really just don't even believe in karma no more at this point. Just like, Dude, just because I've even asked, I'm like, dude, just bring down the hammer. If I got a lot of bad karma, just bring down, like, give me your worst, whatever. Just let me get past this so I can deal with the situation, and then I can move on. But it's just the same repetitive crap. It's just the same things over and over. And it's just battling for resources, trying to make the right decision. You know, like, I feel I wouldn't even be here if I didn't join the military. I think if I would have joined the military, I wouldn't be here right now. I think it would have done me a lot of good, but maybe I'd be missing a limb. Maybe I'd be all right. I don't know. I just had a feeling that, like, don't join the military. Don't do that. You're not going to be here. Now it's kind of like, my body's kind of broken down, but it's like, it doesn't matter now. I can go join the military now and fight, and like, I'm not gonna have a wife. I'm poor as shit anyway. There's no real future for me. So it's like, if I go die somewhere, like, in combat, who gives a shit? You know what I mean? I've had my family. I don't really have I don't feel like I have anything to live for. It's just like, and that's how a lot of people feel nowadays. That's how the youth feels. That's why people don't want to work. It's just like, there's nothing. For what? What am I working hard for? I don't have a family. Women expect they have these high expectations. There's not a lot of humbleness here in America. A lot of, why are women horrible? Well, weak men, weak leadership. Men have not taken care of women. So what do you expect them to do? If they have to take care of themselves, they're not going to be the most pleasant people to be around. What do you expect? They're going to be more manly. And you're seeing this a lot more. You're seeing a lot of women get, like, tattoos all over their... Why do they do that? Because they're the own man of their life, man. You know? Like, a lot of females are, like, forced into masculinity. A lot of females, they have to take care of themselves, man. It wasn't like that. It wasn't like that. But you know what? Men have created this problem. And what pisses me off about the red pill community is they never talk about this. They just want to sit here and say how bad women are all the time, which I agree. Like, everything that they're saying is true. Like, a lot, you know, when it comes to, like, the women are horrible. But why? Why? Because of weak men, weak leadership. Who is the one supposed to be a leader? Who's the one supposed to be take care of the women? Us. They haven't been. Dude, there's probably, you know, they say there's 25% of women are on, like, antidepressants, or, like, they have, like, liberal mind woke virus disease. I agree. But why? Dude, there's probably, like, a big portion of our population of women who have had bad stuff happen to them when they were young. Disgusting, despicable stuff. And yes, you're going to have a lot of mental problems. You're going to have a lot of trust issues. You know, like, I don't have a daughter, but if I did, I'm the protection, man. I'm like the masculine figure as she comes to rely on, to comfort her, to tell her everything's gonna be all right. Lean up, talk about what you need to talk about, get it off your chest. Do you want, you know, here's my advice, here's what you should do, blah blah blah. Guys don't care about their people don't care about their families. So why the hell should people have families? Like, yeah, that would be amazing if people just like we're just gonna generate more degenerates. That's all that's gonna happen. Like, oh, you know, oh, we need more people. Yeah, we need more, like, and I'm all for it. I'm not saying, like, I used to think like we had a population problem. We have a transportation problem for sure. I think that most of these cities should be self-driving cars, and hopefully that happens very soon. should be cheap and affordable. I don't like owning a car. It's too much responsibility. I would rather just like click a app and have a social credit score in that type of situation, so they can see like, yeah, I'm a good dude, you know, I'm not, you know, gonna mess up your ride or do any of that. Like, yeah, I have good reviews, you know what I mean? So it's kind of like, it's too congested in the cities. People, man, it feels like when you go out, you're just taking your life in your own hands every single time going out with all these other like lunatics driving. A lot of people don't drive very well. They're inconsiderate. They don't put on the turning signals. You know, it's just, maybe they're not even from here, so they, like, wherever they came from, they don't even really have driving rules. It's just like whatever. I'm not sure how these people are getting licenses if they don't even pass a road test. How could you pass a road test? Like, my kid just passed his. I had 2 kids, they passed a road test, and guess what, they do it a couple times. I blame myself. I'm not like the most best instructor. Maybe I forgot to leave it. I forgot a couple things, but they got their licenses. And yeah, like, are they just like giving people these licenses? Is that what's happening? I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know. I think it's weird that there's different rules for different people. I think it's weird that we're out here struggling, having to take on lots of debt because of the government's like irresponsible spending habits. They're irresponsible when it comes to overseas diplomacy. And instead of, you know, trying to get people together. Oh, by the way, you know, China's saying, you know, they're ramping up their military, by the way. Why are they doing that? You know, this is why I think why they're doing that, because they're on the brink of collapse. That's what I think. I think their economy's struggling hard. That's what I think. I think they're barely, I think everyone's economy is barely hanging on, even Russia's. Because I think our economy is barely hanging on right now. Everyone at this point, there shouldn't be any moves until the election. There shouldn't be. I mean, you might see Israel like bombing people because like they're out of hand and they really don't care apparently, but they just want to conquer everything. And they're just making more enemies for us and them, and I just think that we need to just like distance ourselves from them. If they get wiped out, they get wiped out. Whatever. I don't care. Like, dude, I'm sorry. Like, it's not my fight, man. Like, your country is putting yourselves and your citizens at risk by like trying to fight everybody. You know, like, quit trying to like take people's land, and so, maybe you won't have as much conflict. We need to get past this crap, dude. Like, dude, if this species goes extinct at this point, we deserve it, man. Seriously. We're more concerned about building bombs and stuff like that to blow up other humans. It's so dumb. It's so tiring and dumb. There's all these endless wars. Why aren't we like trying to get off this planet and build bases on other planets? Why are we not doing that? Why are we like, why are we not exploring the ocean? Why are we not trying to build like underwater cities? Why are we, where's the infrastructure? Like, if the whole agenda 2030 is a real thing, like 2021, if that's a huge thing for them to like create a problem, so we all just go with the new world order, but like, where's your infrastructure, man? Are you just putting us into camps and exterminating us? what is the point of the climate change? Like, people talk about climate change, but they don't care about nuclear war. Dude, if we had a nuclear war, that dude, I don't want to survive that. Please drop a nuke right on top of me. If these cities weren't like hellholes, I would definitely I would definitely be in these cities, man. If they weren't like crime-ridden hellholes. Our city should be immaculate. We shouldn't have to worry about crime. You know, it's so stupid. Like, can we like get to the abundant resources at any point? You know, let's build this stuff up so everyone can have access to abundant resources. If there's people that are in need and they want the help, then they can't stay where they're at. We have to reallocate people. That's the thing, is we have to reallocate people. We have 8 billion people on this planet, almost. Well, let's reallocate people. Let's start organizing. All right? Let's start organizing better. If you want to live in the rural area, go for it. If you want to live an old school life, go for it. But come on, man. Where's the pods, man? Where's the pods? I'm so tired. I'm so tired of having to work, man. For what? Let's get this technology built. Let's work hard, and that's like, get this over with, because like, I'm not worried about, I don't understand why Elon's worried about population decrease. I really don't, considering like he's creating Optimus, an assistant for us. They'll be able to take care of you. They'll be able to take care of your needs, man. Like, you're not gonna need a nurse. They'll be able to help you. I want my robot to be a little bit better than that, but I might, you know, if I had the money, I'd have an Optimus too. But I would, I want my robot to be more human looking. But like, this whole thing about like where we're headed is like the AI girlfriends. Why? Because we have so many incels and undesirables to women. So you're gonna see a huge rise in AI girlfriends. That's what's gonna happen. I don't understand. Like,